Okay.
Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, yes, Babda.
Okay. So last time we have started how we can create an app from the scratch, like from the Excel we have created. So now today I'll start like from blank how we can create so that I can explain how each control will work. I'll create a blank canvas app. So I'll choose the mode as tablet. Okay. So I think last week I have covered all these for each why we required when we are going to use this one. Now today I'll explain properties of controls. So here we can like for example if we are checking the label here, if we add it our screen into our screen, there is a now panel property panel is going to appear on our right side, right? So each property we will have one specific reason for example if I want to modify, I have added text label one here. In this one used to only for when we are going to display the text. So if I want to display a text where I want keep an you my anything like an specific text power apps if I want to add. So this one is used only when we are, see if I play this app, this is not an editable, this text is only to display the for user. So here if I want to modify, okay, this one got closed. Yeah, here we have few things for this label. We can modify the text we want, or else if we are going to um, change the font of the text, how we are it's going to display. Like here by selecting already predefined fonts will be there. In that we can select if I want to change it to Arial. I can change anything by clicking on steps only. I can change quickly. And font size, like how much font we want. For example 20 I want, I can change it here. I want it as a font weight, if this is a bold or normal text, semi bold, lighter, anything I can change. See if I have semi bold it will change semi bold, bold it will change to bold. So anything however we want we can change it. Same goes for font style, like if you want a italic or an underline, if I want anything, like how we will have all these in the Excel or PPTs, how we have all these features, same like here also we'll have. Basically if we want this to develop in using other coding language, we need to write like 10 line of code to at least like 2 3 lines of code to do simple these modifications itself. Whereas here we are already automatically all these will be defined, by clicking on only we can write it. Okay. Text alignment also, like we can change the text alignments. And auto height, like basically auto height how it will work, based on our text automatically height will change. For example I'll return a 10 line of text. See automatically the height is increasing. If I turn it off, if I turn it off and if I write on another line, see, oh, something is wrong. Yeah. See, the text, a complete text is not displaying here. Only two lines of text, and there is a hidden text which is like we are not able to see it. So if we select an auto head, automatically according to the text, it will adjust the height. Okay. And one more thing, we have an line head, the line between each text. Like if currently it is two, right? If I want to increase the height, I can change it. See, automatically the height got each line between space between each line got increased. And here, if we have want like an overflow or hidden. Previously, when we have turned off auto height, the text got hidden, right? For example, I'll just check. Yeah, some of the text got hidden. Instead of that one, if we check overflow to scroll, automatically scroll bar is coming. See, so that one we can change it. See, based on scroll bar, user monitor display. This is how it is going to be there. And for another thing, we have that is for this and display mode. When we need this display mode or things, okay, for this one, if I want to display this text as disabled. See, if there will be an NR, basically when some of the fields we don't want to, we want to disable for the specific users or anything in that, like in that scenario, this is going to be useful. For this label, this edit is maybe not making sense for you, but in some of the controls, it will make a difference. I'll explain for other controls why it is used for. Okay. And one other thing is visible property. If I want to make this as visible, hide visible, I can make this also based on our condition. For example, general users, you don't want to display some content or some label you don't want to display. Then in that scenario, you can make use of this one to hide based on condition. We can write our condition here. That is also I'll explain later. Now it will be very confusing for you. So yeah, position, that is x and y properties. See, position of that label. If I move this one, automatically see x is moving. That is x property. Okay. Y property is here, like in horizontal. See, if I move this one, y property is if I this properties again moving. So this is like when we use this one, like by scrolling also we can keep, but this one, if you want to keep it and adjust to this one, see for example, I'll add another variable, text one. I'll explain all these formulas later. See, when we want to write formulas like this, it will be very useful. For example, if whenever I'm moving, changing this one, automatically this is also getting moved, right? For example, for this one, I'll change to 120. Automatically below one is also moving. If I remove the formula here, even though if I change it to 200, automatically it is not adjust moving according to this formula, right? So whenever we want to combine these two controls together, move together, then in that scenario we will use these x and y properties. Okay. uh, because to basically would say to design a responsive applications, in that scenario we'll use these x and y properties. Otherwise we can like if we are using, we can drag, simply keep move whenever we want if we don't want to design a responsive applications. Okay. Padding, as you know, if I want to keep an padding of 20, then I can see padding automatically. Same how it in other controls we have padding, those it will be. And color. So for example, I want to change the color to something else. Instead of black, I want to change it to orange. I can change. Okay, whatever the color, and already colors will be there,
So
even if you want to.
padding,
Yeah.
what is happening exactly?
Okay, so for example, for this text, I want a padding here. On left side, I want a padding of instead of 5, I want a 50. See,
Hmm.
automatically the text is moving.
Okay, okay.
Whenever even other I add text, this padding will
Blank
be always
space,
there.
kind of.
Yeah. So same for like in top also I want a padding of bottom also I want a padding of 50. Then I can add same goes for top. I need a padding of 50. See, automatically 50 padding is there.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. And right side also same thing. Like how margins we will add in the Word document and everywhere. So same goes like this. Padding is that one. Okay, and for example, I want an add a border to this specific text. Yeah, this one is there, right? This is the background color. For the example, in the background, instead of red, I want to white. I want to add a background of green color. See this one, and for this is the one fill property. This is for changing the text color, and this is for background color. Okay. And borders, as of now we don't have an border. See, that's why we are not but if we want to add a border for that one, um I'll make is as of now it is 0. I want to add a border width of 2. Okay, which is color as of now blue. See, I'm able to see a border, blue color border. Okay, how much width we want? A border of 10. It is, if you are feeling if it is thin, then you can add a 10 number. How much number? Based on like how we have in simply with changing these things only, you can add whatever you want. Okay. But instead of solid border, I want an dotted one. If I want a dash one, how much whatever you want, you can change it. And same like this is color of the border. Instead of blue one, I need a red one. Automatically it will change. Okay. And focus border one. So this focus border is when we are using in this label, you won't understand what is the purpose of focus, but in text control or input control you'll understand. I'll cover this point in another control. Wrap is there, right? Wrapping text, for example, we have a text where okay, so I'll take this one. I'll write whatever the some text I'm adding. Now currently the wrapping is enabled, right? Think I have. Yeah. If I disable this wrapping, see text is going like in dotted format. It is displaying. If I enable the wrap, the text. Okay. If I enable, see the instead of hiding into the label, it is coming to next line. So this is how it will happen for the wrap purpose, wrapping. And vertical align, that is like an if I want to keep my text at the top, okay, I'll increase the height, you'll understand. Yeah, if I want to display in this height of text, then I want to display only on top. I want to display text, no, I want to display in the middle center. Then this is how alignment we can add. If I want to display at the bottom, we can display. And okay, in disabled colors is like when we have disabled this one, see the text is color is like gray color, right? Even that instead of the default color, we want to change something else. When it is displayed, I want instead of gray, I want to change it to yellow. See, automatic disabled color. But when I change it to normal view edit, it changed. But it is when it disabled, the disabled color also we can change it. Hover color also we can change it. As of now, like when we are hovering into specific text, I'll change it to normal instead of okay. In hover color is there, right? For example, when I I will hover on this text, it's simply displaying that color itself, but I want to display different color on hover. It is self dot color. No, I want a different color now. I wanted color of orange whenever I'm overing the text. See, whenever I'm hovering, it is displaying this car, but I'm moving the cursor, it is displaying black color. But when I hover on this one, orange color is displaying. That we can do it same hover text. Okay, we can add backend color as well, fill color, border color, everything we can. And this is the background color. This is the border color. Okay, same thing we can change. Tooltip. What is tooltip is like whenever if we hover on something else, see, this is a tooltip. It is coming like environment SNML. See notification. This is a tooltip we are it is coming, right? These kind of things we can achieve using this tooltip. We can header text. I'll add a tooltip of this one. If I hover on this text, see header text is coming. That tooltip thing which we can by using this field we can build. Okay, this tab index I'll explain this. This will use when we are filling the forms. That is like when we are covering form 1, it will be used. I'll cover this point in that session. Okay, yeah, there are some other things which we have. Okay, that is like an on select. If we are selecting on select of, if we are clicking on this one, if we want to perform any other action, then we'll go for on select. And live, that is like not an this is like a default text. What is the role of this text? And a text, most of the things which we have covered here, it will be in advanced as well, like tool tip design, everything, auto hide, everything will be here only, but it is with a different formula kind of thing. It will be there instead of that on and off people picker everything, but it will be display like this. Okay, in a text format. Okay, and here also if we enable this one, this is also same thing. Whatever the properties we have here, same thing we can it will be displayed here as well. Like see, if I want to align text, that one I can do writing here. Instead of left align, I want to do a right. Okay, same thing, auto hide, we have false or true. Yeah, it's a toggle one, right? So false or true, it will be displayable. If I want to change it to false to true, I can using true or false. Okay, and same thing, border colors. Colors here in the Power Apps, we have in an RGBA color format. Okay, if you don't know any color of this thing, you can simply come here and you can select, and you can hover. If you hover on this one, you can get that color. Even if you want to custom color as well, it will give an RGBA color format only, it will give. Okay, so that is how we can, if you want, we can write that one. Okay, and a border color also same, like whatever we have here, it will like same thing, it will be repeated.
Uh, so what is RGBA? A is like usually it's RGB only, right?
Yeah, RGB is like fading if you want. For example,
Okay.
transparency will be there, right? That is for this one. See, if I click on this one, we have an here. If I have a transparency one, see transparency, how much
Okay. Okay.
transparency we want. See,
Hmm.
transparent is coming there. That transparency we can build it here.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is for 98. If I keep it only 50, see, it's like slightly fading. For that one, you need to understand. I'll add one other control how that another last RGBA is working. For example, when we are displaying one pop-ups, for example, text label is there. This one is there, right? This one font size I have changed, done. Background color where we have, I'll change it to mm, light blue color. See, if I want to change the transparency of this one, I'll go here. Fill is there, right? Fill is the background color property. Fill where we have, yeah. Fill we have, right? If I change it to 0.5, 0.6, how it is became a transparent. I can see now in background colors, background whatever it is there. I can be able to see that one as it. Whereas if I change it to 1, I'm not able to see anything, whatever it is in the background.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this one, when we are like kind of showing any pop-ups at that time, whatever is there in the background, I want to see, but that pop-up should be still there. In that this kind of scenario, if you want to build, then this thing we can use.
Okay.
Okay. If I keep 0, then it is like a color won't be displayed at all. If I change it to anything, whatever the transparency we want, we can build it.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll delete this one. So if even if you want to delete any control, we can like delete here by clicking on here, we can do that one. Okay. And for example, next we have an text input. What is text input is for like if you want to get the input from the user. See here text input like I want to add a user wants to enter an information, whereas in label user can't enter anything, it's just for displaying purpose. Whereas this text input one, if we want to get an information from the user need to enter an information, then we will take this text input one. Okay, same almost what are the properties we have, everything will be displayed. This text a default value is for like when user, okay, I'll remove this one. Here user need to enter first name. By default for user will get this one, but user can remove this one and he can enter whatever it we want. See, I'm entering my name, but default text is still default this first name only. That to check that one on visible, I'll explain what is reset it is, but just to understand how the default thing, I'll currently I'll explain that one. See, by default again it is changed to first name because I even though I have entered Mamatha, like whenever user opened app, by default they will see this text only. Okay, but when I again change it to something else, but again I'll reopen this app, but where for the first time I'll see Mamatha, sorry, first name itself, the default text. Okay, by naming seeing only you can understand that it will be a default whatever that you want to display in that field, you can use it that this one. What is the format of the text? Like if you want to enter, user wants to enter a text or number, you can change it. Like user wants to enter a number, even though if I try to enter text, it won't take. If I enter number, it will take. So that one we can achieve it. And another thing like hint text. Hint text, like what is the like mm, I would say name. See, when the this is a hint text, like a placeholder text, we call them it as, right? Like what is this purpose of this text field? User going, what is the text user needs to enter? That thing by hint text we can give. It won't be saved, but it is like just to user to understand what is the purpose of this field. We can give by giving that hint text, we can display. Okay, that is for this one. And font same, like a font size, everything it will be same, text align, line height, everything it is an same. Enable spell check, like if you want to enable if a user is entered any wrong incorrect spelling, then if we enable that one, we can same display it. Maximum length, so for example, what is the maximum length user needs to enter? For example, user needs to enter only 15 characters. More than that, user can't enter. That one we can achieve. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, even if I'm trying to enter, it's not taking. I'm entering, but it's not taking. Only 15 characters it took, right? So that how we can build this maximum character one.
One
And
thing.
mm,
What is the difference between the hidden text and hint text and default?
default. Okay, default text is like if your user, okay, for example,
It will take that value by default or what?
yeah. So
I mean, for
user
if you are.
haven't entered Mamatha, like their
Mhm.
name itself. Okay.
Uh-huh.
By default, I have given first name, right? That is going to be stored in the backend.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Mm.
In some scenarios, if we haven't chosen any value from the drop downs or anything, right? Anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the default value will be there, that is going to be stored. Like for example, by default, none is there. None option is selected. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In that scenario, if user haven't selected anything, by default, whatever the none option is selected, that is going to be stored in the backend.
Okay, okay.
In that scenario, we will take this default, whereas hint text is just a, it is like a, what is the purpose of that field.
So we can keep default as blank also, right? I
Yeah, we
mean,
can, like for example, if I don't want to give any default value, simply I'll make this as blank. Even if I
okay.
run from the start, see the value is not there now, first name is not coming, whereas
Hmm.
default previously I have written first name, right? Whenever I'm starting the app, text input default. Ah, 1 minute. Oh, it is number, right? Sorry. It is text. If it is text, it will come. Yeah. Now I have entered this one, but if I start this again, run on start automatically, navigate to start again, automatically see first name is changed. If I remove this one,
Mhm.
previously it was number. Sorry. Yeah. If I remove this one, even though after entering some text, even though if I restart this one, see automatically navigate to start. Oh, default text. Yeah, see, default text is nothing is displaying. Okay, this is how default text is
Mm.
prefer.
Okay.
And one more thing is like another controls. Yeah, I think I have covered everything. Yeah, this is same visible color, everything. Disable color, hover color. Yeah, I think I have means like focus color. Last time I have used, right? I haven't explained. Visible size padding color border hover color disable tooltip. Where is focus color? Font size. Yeah, this mode is there, right? Okay, this mode is we have like a now multi-line of text user wants to enter, or else user is entering single line of text. In most of the time, name will be going to be single line of text. Whereas for comments purpose, we have a multi-line of text is going to be there. In that scenario, we can choose this multi-line of text. Okay. And if your user is going to enter a password, then in that scenario we can choose password, whatever the thing which we want we can. And display mode, previously I haven't covered it. If I selected now view mode, I haven't displayed that. So disable means even though if I try to enter, it will be disabled. Even though if I click on here, it won't taking me to enter the text. Whereas if I change it to edit, it's I'm able to enter now. Okay. Now if I'm going to change it to view mode, Just I'm able to see it, but I'm not able to enter anything. I'm able to just simply see it. You can see it. All the borders, everything is gone now. Just I'm able to see that screen. That is for view. Okay.
Mhm. What
And
is the use case of that view?
view, like for example, in some scenario, user wants to see their information itself. They don't want to
Okay.
edit or anything. For example, I want to see my information in that record which I have entered. In that scenario, I'll give view mode for that one. Whereas in some of the fields, user can't enter the data.
Mhm.
We don't want to enter the data in some of the fields. In that scenario, we can disable by seeing that field only. Okay, I don't have an access for this field. I can't enter this thing. Okay,
Mhm.
by seeing that one, we can know. And whereas edit means you understood that, like user can enter the
Yeah,
data.
yeah.
Okay, and padding and everything is same, color and everything it's same as for label. And disable color, hover color, you understood, like whenever it is disabled, we want to change any specific color, that one. Hover color also same. Here we have a pressed color, like in label we don't have, but is here we have a pressed color. So whenever I'm clicking on here, okay, it's disabled, right? I'll change it to pressed color to something else, to different color. Instead of self dot color, I will change it to see when I'm doing a press, right click here the color I'm able to see red color is coming now. That is pressed color. I'll change the background color. You will see the clearly. I'll change it to green. See, whenever I'm clicking on this one, pressing, automatically that color is changing. That color we want to happen, then this is for pressed one. Okay. Same goes for, like if we want to change the border as well, then we can change. Same tooltip, tab index, I'll cover this in form control. And another one is like we have an focus color we have, right? I'll search for focus. Yeah, focus. Focus border thickness and focus border color we have, right? So what is this is for, like an when we are clicking on this and see, automatically the border is becoming more thick. If you see, if I click on here, it is more thick, it's happening. That is for focus border thickness and focus border color. Currently we have it is 4. Now if I change it to 2, see see now the focus border thickness is changed, right? If I change it to more now, instead of 4 2, I'll change it to 6. Whenever it is inactive, see, automatically at that time, it is the border of that specific field is getting more thing. Just we want to know, it is like currently being focused. To know that one, we will use that focus border color and everything. Okay. And even we want to change focus border color as well. Instead of self dot border, I will keep anything. What is the I'll take focus border color as red, 255001. Instead of that one, we can use this color thing as well, color dot red. By default, this color property will also have colors. Instead of that RGBA, we can give this one as well. Okay. See this focus color we have now, we are having a red. So that's how we can change. And then another thing, this is for text controls. And we have an another like a button controls. So what is button control is for, like, for example, let's build an application from the start now. Instead of this one, I'll remove all this. Okay, let's build an application. For example, let's build a header for now. Text label I'll add. I'll keep an header here, and demo app I'll give, and give an alignment to middle, and 20 I'll keep, and I'll change the background color to something like an green. Okay, this is my header. Now here I want to add a button. Okay, new employee. Okay, on this click of this, whenever I'm going to on click of new employee, I want to enter a new employee details. I want to see that one functionality. Okay, to achieve that one, we can okay, for that one, first we need to create a blank screen. Okay, and here I'll add one text label. Okay, I'll add a name, add this label as, beside that one only I'll add text input. Okay, here default text I won't keep anything. Okay, but in a tooltip I'll make this as sorry, hint text I'll make this as hint yeah, hint text I'll make this as name. Okay, now we have an another thing, employee phone number. Okay, and here again I'll add an text input. Okay, I'll enter default text, I'll keep it as blank. Hint text I'll give it as phone number. Okay, here that how I'll created just a basic form, and I'll create one back icon. Just I'm adding it in here. Just I want to cancel that one, and I'll add a save button. Sorry, button. Okay, I have created a button here. For this button name, I'll keep save. Okay, now I'll explain what is the functionality of this button. So now if I want to on click of this button, I want to open that form details, right? For that one, I'll rate it is a text, right? Text, whatever the button name we want, we can keep it. Display mode also later. If it is want to disable the button, that we can disable it. If I want to edit, I can edit it. If I want to view, I can name change it to a view mode. Okay, even the visible, all these are same. We have a special feature we have, that is on select we have for this one. On select of this button, if we want to perform any specific action, we can write here. For example, I want to navigate to screen 2 in this scenario. I'll simply write a navigate function. Okay, and what is the screen name which I want to navigate? Screen 2, right? Screen 2 I'll mention. If I click on this one, see, immediately I'll navigate it to this screen. Okay, now on click of this one, again I want to navigate back to screen 1. In that scenario, I'll write on select of this icon. Same on select properties is there, right? on that and select of property, I will write navigate screen 1. Okay. See, if I play this one and if I click on this one, again if I click on this one, I went to there. Okay. Now after entering here, uh, this same on as of now I won't save functionality. What is that one? I'll explain it later. But on select of this one, I want to display one pop-up thing I want to display. For example, for that one, I'll change. Okay. What are these functions? How we can know? I'll explain. I'll cover that in next time. But as of now, I'm just checking how these things like. Okay. See, on click of this one pop-up is coming, right? Save data. That thing which we can achieve it using same buttons. So basically buttons is for while click of that one, if you want to perform any specific action or any specific thing, then we will go for buttons. Okay. And buttons same, like all the properties are same except on save thing which we have. And for these labels we have an another property which we have missed, I think so, that is for on change property. We have on change property is go, what will happen is this one, like for example, on change of this text, if I want to perform specific action, for example, I'll say on change of this one, data changed. See, after this changing, whenever it is got changed, this notify is trigger. Again, if I change something on change of this field, if we want to perform any action, then this on change property we can use. Same goes for this on select as well. It is for even for this one we'll have on select. Why that is for selected. See, whenever I'm selecting this one, automatically that on select is getting triggered. So on select of this one, if we want to perform any specific action, then on select property we will use. Okay. Now we have this is how we have. And another, like for example, for to display or to fill this basic form itself, we have added all these things, right? Now instead of that one, how we can build a form using uh, form control we have right here. How we can build that one, I'll show. Edit form I'll take. Here we need to choose the data source. For what is the data source, we are taking an example. Last time we have taken OneDrive one, right? Yeah. For product 6, this for this file we want to now we want to build a form with these details. Select a number, user needs to enter product type, category, brand code. What are these we have? Using this one, I want to build a form. We have so many fields. So how easily how we can build, I'll show you. First, it is a OneDrive data source, right? Here we need to come data, add data. Here we need to search for OneDrive. See, OneDrive for business. That's the business one. That's why I'm choosing OneDrive for business. If I have already have an action last time we have created, that's why my action is already connection is already displaying. If I don't have a connection, we can add a new connection as well. Okay. And after selecting here, I will choose the I think here I have, yeah, product 6 file I have chosen. In this table I have chosen. What is the table I have? After selecting, data source is there, right? Here I'll come and I'll choose the data source as my table 1. Now, what is the field I have added for this form? I have chosen that data source, right? What is the fields I want to add? First, number, product type, right? I'll choose, I'll select here add field. I'll search for number. See, I can select this one. I'll add. So automatically the number field got added here. Automatically head, okay, nah, 1 minute, it is
Can
default
you explain
mode.
me how we connect with table one? So
Okay, for the in product 6, we have, it is a table format, right? This Excel we have is a table. For this table, we to access this data in an our uh, application, the data should be in tabular format. Then only we can access there. Okay, so for that one, we have created already table here. Right? That table, how I am accessing, I'll remove this one. Add data, search for OneDrive business. Okay, connection which we have chosen, and here whatever the folder you have, and product 6. Automatically the table which is present in that Excel file will be displayed. That I'm selecting. That's it. Automatically that table got added here. Got it?
yes.
Now, okay, in this form, I want to add another here data source is there, right? Data source, what is the data source which we are giving? For now, we are giving table 1. If we have another data source, we can give the based on the data source, whatever the fields we have in this edit fields, it will display. Okay. Oh, it got removed. Yeah. Add field is there. Next, I'll add category, brand, description, code, all of them I'll add. See, by clicking on this one, all of them will be added to our field, status, everything I'll have. It's taking time to add. I think something. All our changes got removed because we haven't saved the changes. Okay, I'll add that screen again. Give me 1 second. OneDrive. Insert form. Sorry. Table 1 I'm choosing. Edit fields. I'll add first name. No, sorry. Name, number, status, values, sourcing, currency, description, family code. Almost all of them I'll add. Yeah, automatically it will be added here. I don't know, my screen is getting stuck whenever I'm adding this one. Else, give me 1 second. I'll restart my laptop. Oh, it's got opened. Yeah. So automatically all these fields will be added here. To display this one, I'll change it to new mode. Default mode, new. See, automatically all the fields are got added, and with the headings, specific headings we have, and what it will be whatever we want. So text we can enter in these fields. For example, here I want to change the order of these fields. Instead of first instead of part number, I want to move another field here. Planner code is there, right? The sorry, product type is there. I want to, after name, I should want product type as next one. Simply I can drag here. See, automatically product type became second field now. Planner code I want to add it as a third field. Then simply I'll come here, and planner code, instead of here I want to move. Simply right click on this, sorry, left click on the cursor, and simply you can drag. Yeah, planner code is now third one. Oh, I think I swapped again. Yeah, planner code became third one. Like this, simply we can drag and drop. However, we want to change the order as well. Here columns we have, right? That is for like currently we have 3 columns. But if I want to change it to 2 columns, then automatically it will adjust accordingly. Okay. If I change it to 1, then only one field per row will be there. And vertical layout and horizontal layout, like currently we have an first heading is displaying, and then field again, heading and field is displaying, right? But instead of that one, I want to change the order, as instead of vertical I want to is a horizontal. So automatically first like it in first heading is displaying, beside that one only column is displaying now, if you see. Got it? And for example, next, in the form, we have an visible property same. Like if I want to hide this one, I can hide. If I want to show to user, I can show it. Position, color, everything. Like for example, form color currently it is white, right? I want to change it to blue. I can design like this. And another thing which I have is border colors. For example, if I want to add border to mm, 6 and border to green color, automatically border will apply. And for forms we have, and if, for example, now I want to change this data, name of the name of the field, right? That name I want to change it to something else. Then also we can change it. uh, Data card value. Data card value is this one. Data card key is the heading. I'll come here, and currently it is parent dot display name, right? First we need to unlock the change properties. If I come here, if I click, instead of parent dot display name, I'll change it to product name. See, automatically I can change this one as well. And if for example, for this field I want to change only for this specific field, I want to change it to color to something else. Like I want to highlight this one in an yellow color. I can do that one. for the specific field itself. For that one to happen, we need to select these data cards. So in the form, we have an whatever the fields which we are going to be added, that will come under data card section. This we call them as data card. And in the data card, um, uh, key value, that is this one, heading, and value, that is input of parameter, what is it, whether it is in text one or a drop down one, anything like that one will be going to be there. And error message, that will, I'll show you what is that error message is and what is the purpose of that one. Give me one, next I'll explain. Star visible is there, right? What is that star visible? For example, for the specific field, I want to make that as required field. For currently all of them, none of them is required. Like for example, whenever we are filling some forms, it will come like a star will going to be displayed, that is, it is a mandatory one we need to enter. To achieve that one, we have property for this specific data card, we have an required property we have. If we go here, currently it is false. If I change it to true, see, now it became a mandatory one. How we can go that one? I'll insert.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt in between.
Mm.
I just wanted to know how can we customize this form list that we have created now? Like in
Y-
the product side, can we make it as it is showing as a text field? Can we make it as a drop down? Is it
Yeah, we
possible?
can. Yeah, we can make that one. So, for
Mm.
example, product type, currently we have, what is the product type? We have, um, it's a single line of text, right? But whereas if we want to change it to drop down, first I'll come here. What is the field? I'll in the advanced property, unlock property changes we need to be, otherwise it will be locked. Here I'll come. I'll choose as a drop down. Okay. See, I'll go there. I'll add, instead of this one, I'll adjust the width and everything. Okay. Here, instead of drop down samples, what is the values which we want? By default, the Power Apps will give some samples, 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of that one, I'll remove this one. Okay. It will drop down, will accept an only array. So to add an array, we need square brackets. Type 1, I'll write. Type 2. Type 3.
How we connected with product type?
Yeah, that 1 minute. Like this is how we have written, right? After this one, for example, this one I need to update in the backend data as well, right? How we can interlink it, that one is, if we go to here and if we select the drop down property, data card, here we have an update properties. Here by default data card value 5 is chosen, right? Instead of that one, we need to change it, our drop down one. Drop down one. Here for drop down, selected property will be there. If you click on, see, selected text or anything, we have uh,
Select
selected
value.
selected dot value, whatever the value which we have selected. See, for the type 1 we have chosen, right? Automatically showing type 1 we have that one is now going to append in the back end. Now to display data also, for this one we need to change in the value property. Okay, here I need to default value is there, right? Default. I'll come here, by default it is 1. Instead of that one, I'll change parent dot default. I'll choose. Okay. So what is the purpose of this one is, for example, I'll add another screen. Insert, sorry, screen, right? Insert blank screen. I'll choose. I'll add. Yeah, on click of this one, on I'll navigate on select of this one. I'll navigate to screen one. I'll explain what is the functions are. Now you'll get a confused of form one. I'll choose. Okay, and screen one, I'll go and form one item property. Okay, now if I go here, if I click on this one, see automatically values appear. Even the drop down also, what is the value which were okay, these drop down will currently don't have, and what is the value? I'll create a new record to map that one. What is coming? I'll create add a save button here. Button save. Okay, in to map the data whatever we have entered in the back end, we need to write formula for that one is submit form. Okay, submit. Oh, it's a text, right? Sorry. Say on select. If we go, it is on select. Yeah. Submit form. What is the form? How it will? It's asking if you see
Form name.
form name. It's asking, right?
Yeah.
Form one. I need to choose. Okay. I can close this one. After entering all the data, if I click on this one, automatically the values are going to be stored in the backend. But if, for example, I'll change instead of this one, yeah. What is the record? First record, right? If we go again here, see now the value is changed to type 1. Again, if I open here, if I go again, if I change to type 2, I'll save. Again, I go back to the screen. If I check, see type 2 is showing. Even if I open this one, see now by default type 2 is showing here. So that is for we have default properties there, right? That is this for parent dot default. Whatever the selected value which we have chosen, that will come here. So automatically we are mapped this one. So what is the that is for the default property.
So
Now you got it star visible. Like if I don't enter this one, and if I try to save it, I'm getting an error. Name is required. That is for error message field.
so every time you are like clicking on save, it is adding a new new
No, no.
row.
Automatically, that form feature we have and submit form we have based on the new record is, for example, here on click of the we have few functions. We have like edit form, new form, all these properties we have, right? New form, edit form, view. We have these default mode, right? Based on that mode we have chosen. If we have chosen edit mode, existing record which we have chosen, in that record only what the changes will happen. If we have chosen as a new record, okay, new
Mhm.
here, automatically new row will going to be added. Okay,
So every time it is like whatever you are doing type 2, type 1, and every time you are clicking on save, it is adding a new record.
no, because here we have chosen as an editor. If you have choose seen here, edit form I have chosen.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's updating in the specific record itself. It's not in adding and record. Here I'll do.
This very record which you are showing us, this is added after you you did those, like you entered the details in the screen one, right?
Yeah.
No, you're saying that you have updated that record. Can you show it us for in the OneDrive as well, so that
Oh,
what
okay.
record is updated?
See, this 287 is that
Hmm.
type 2.
So this record was already there, or it is
Yeah,
added,
it's
newly
already
added?
there.
Acha, it was already there. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, for example, yeah, this is we are seeing is an unique, right? Test
Mm-hmm.
7. Let's modify that one.
Okay, means only the same line item is getting updated, right?
Yeah. See, if I change it to type 2, I'll change. If I go in the backend, I'll refresh the data. See, automatically these one product type. Oh, it's haven't network error. Yeah. Oh, we have opened, right? That's why it's getting locked. Excel file won't, like when we are that file is already open, it won't save. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll close that one.
So every time we have to make sure that the file is not in use, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
can open it.
One more thing, is there any validation for email ID, like what you had mentioned for password?
Yeah, we can write that validations. However, based
We
on our
have to write
requirement,
that.
we need to write. Yeah, I'll explain what are the functions. First, you need to know what are the functions present. See now the type 2, it haven't added any new row in that existing record only. It got added. For example, if you want to add a new record, for that one we need to. There are three for the form associate. We have few functions, but one is like an edit form and new form. If I want to do that one, I'll click an button. I'll choose on this specific button. I want to. Need to navigate to screen one. On that one, after that one, I want to open a new form. For that one, I'll select new form and form name. Okay. See, if I do this here now, one more thing, we need to reset the form before that one. Reset form also, we have another function. That one, form one. We need to reset the form and we need to make that as a new form. Now, if I see here, automatically it is opening all the values now. By default, product type, why product type is coming is by default value we have, right? For that one, this is a drop down. Default value will be always parent dot default one will be there, and that one automatically choose first record in that list. Whereas if we have an another one, we have a combo box. What is the difference between these two is I'll explain. Now you got one issue, right? Here automatically displaying one value. To not display this one, and we want an same thing we want to achieve it using this one. Let me copy these things. Data source, now I'll keep the same thing. See, almost it is also displaying same thing. Whereas here, automatically first one it is taking as a default one and it's displaying three things. But whereas here, it is not taking any default one. It is displaying another than what are the list we have, it is displaying. So even if I map this one to our combo box, I'll explain. Um,
But ma'am, in the combo box, we can take multiple items, right?
yeah, we can take multiple items. That is also another difference, and this is also like, here we don't have an multi-select option we don't have. Whereas here for combo box we have an allow multi-select option we have, and here we have an also a searching. See here if we
Yes.
expand this one,
You
we
can.
don't have a search option.
Mhm.
If we go here, type
If we have a huge number
to,
of lists, then we can directly type here
yeah,
and take it out.
we can take
Yes.
these things. We can, even if I want to multi-select, we can achieve it here. Whereas we can't achieve this one. Only single select will be there. Okay, mostly that's why we'll most time the times we'll take product type, and if we haven't always want to select the first one as one select automatically, then in that scenario we'll take this one. Whereas product type it won't happen like that. Even if we want, we can achieve that one, like an default selected value is there, right? That one option we can go, and default selected items, yeah, default selected items we can choose, and if we want we can add that as a default one as well. See, for example, type 2 I want to select it as a default by every time. Then if I go here, automatically type 2 is selecting for us. Okay, that is an another option which we can do. So the most of the times, and there is a limit as well for this one, for drop downs, like only single fields which we can display, whereas for here we can display objects and anything we can display here, whereas for drop downs only single line of text we can display. Even multi select anything we can display in the combo box. And we
Uh,
go,
in the previous option, like when we were doing changing the existing thing,
mm,
how it was able to identify which exact row it is going to change.
yeah, I'll let me explain. Like, let's go one by one.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, fine.
Yeah. Uh, that is for we have, right? So next one, let me cover as what is these for. Then only you'll understand all of them. Okay.
Okay.
Error message is for like when we have, I have shown you, right? Without entering anything, if I select that one, then this error message will come. And we have an another few properties required we have, and update property, as I have told you, what is the value which we want to update. By default, it is displaying the data card value text, it will automatically give. But whereas, for example, for this one, we have done a customization. For the default like text to, we have changed it to combo box now. Now this value should get updated in the backend, right? For that one, we need to select this combo box. Product type is there. Yeah, this data card we need to select, update property we need to select, whatever the, now we need to change it to combo box. This value needs to be updated in the backend. See, now this is the one which whatever the value is there in this combo box will append in the backend now. Okay, that is for this one. And we have an another field like an default, what is the default value which is coming. This one, like whenever we are opening an edit form, automatically that specific record values are displaying, right? For example, I'll go back to here. I'll open this one. Automatically see these values automatic populating. For this one, how it is that when these field, based on this field, default field, it is getting this item dot name, whatever the name is present in that one, it is displaying here. Okay, even in this specific fields also, this is for parent, and for this specific data card, all these are child, right? In that value, if I select this data card value here, if I hover, parent dot default value is there. See, whatever the default value for this specific data card, that value is coming here now. Now you understand what is the meaning of this parent dot default. Here for this data card, data for this control, data card is the parent. For that parent, we have this item dot name. This is its value, whatever this present in this default value, it is taking here. Okay, That is for this one. All these properties remaining all are border color and date field. What is the field we have? It is a name or anything which we like here if you see, it's automatically suggesting name. That is coming this one. By hovering we can text no. If I change it to something else, product name. This is this date field is to identify this form what is the field which is coming. If I change this one, after changing this one, even if I try to save, it will see throwing an error. Oh, it is locked, sorry. To identify form what is the field of this one, we can know. And another thing we have display mode, yeah, height, maximum length. If we want, what is the maximum length? It is there in that. It is currently, it is not taking, but whatever the we want maximum of that field, we can mention it here as well. And required whether we want to make it as a mandatory or non-mandatory, but changing it to true or false, we can change. Another update, and another thing is like a visible property. So now I'll explain what is the visible property, how we can use it is this one. For example, whenever I'm changing selecting first I'll let me change it to single select. Ah, okay, whenever I'm selecting type 2, then only this planner code should display. Otherwise, whenever I select type 1 or type 3, that planner code shouldn't be displayed. In that scenario, how I can write logic here is I'll come here planner code. I'll check the visibility of this one. Okay. What is the let me write true. First, let me copy the combo box name. Combo box name I'll copy. I'll go here planet code data card, entire data card I'll select. Okay, I'll go to visible property. If combo box one dot selected dot value equal to type dot type 2, then only I want to display, else it should be false. See now after writing here, then only planner 2 is displaying. If I select type 1, planner code is not displaying. Visible property is used for that one to write like on any directly. If we want to make hide, we can make it, but even if we want to based on condition we want to change that one, we can change it using visible property. Okay, that is for all of these things. Now you understood the main things which you required is update one and default one. Okay, and display mode, for example, whenever you want to select an type 3, I want to disable this planner code, I want to disable. In that scenario, okay, planner code that time it will be, yeah, part number is there, right? Part number should be whenever I select type 3. In that scenario, I want to make it as disabled here. User, I don't want user to enter that field. Here I'll come. Okay, I'll change, unlock this one. If combo box dot selected dot value equal to type 3, in that scenario I want to check the display mode, we need to write display mode dot disable or edit whatever we want to make it as disabled, right? Disabled I'll select, otherwise it should be edit. See, automatically it got disabled. Whereas if I select type 2, part number is enabled. If I again select it to type 3, part number is disabled. I can't enter that one. That is how we can achieve these display modes and everything useful. Based on specific condition we want to take, or else by default every time if we want to make that as well, we can simply by choosing here only, instead of writing all these formulas, simply we can change it. And for form, we have few properties. Border thickness, all this for UI paths only. Main important ones are data source. What is the data source which we are giving? Here also same fields. And fields, what are the fields which we can select, and that is for right. Next we have an item property we have. What is this item property is for? For example, whenever this item property will work only with when we are having an edit form in edit mode and in view mode, only that time it will consider, form property will consider this item, otherwise it won't consider. Okay, for in edit mode, if I want to, whatever the value which we want to display, record which we want to display, that we need to choose here. Here I have given this data table one dot selected, right? What is like, whatever the value which we are selecting, record which we are selecting, that record I want to display here in the form. That's why I have selected data table one selected. Okay, that automatically based on the selected record, automatically all these values are appearing. If I remove this one and if I go here and if I select it, see, no item is to display because there is no record which we haven't mentioned here. We haven't given any record here. Sorry, where it is.
Structure also not showing because of
Yeah, it won't show because record in that time it will form will accept one record, right? We are not giving any record in item property, so no data to display will show here. That's why whenever we are passing an edit form, we need to give a specific record at that time. Okay, for example, here instead of that one, I'll this lookup functions I'll explain, but currently I'll give whenever we are opening that form, I'll explain table one. Oh, table one. Name equal to any record we have. Product type equal to type 2 record I want to display. See, automatically that record is displaying now. I always expect a one record, then only it will display. If I remove this one, it's not displaying anything. So instead of writing all these formulas, simply whatever mostly will display it from the record itself, right? Whatever the record user is going to select it. For example, if I want to modify this record I need to display. Then in that scenario, this is a data table, right? Data table table one dot selected, I'll write automatically that one is going to display now. Whatever the thing which we have selected, I'll add a back icon. It's taking time for us, right? Yeah. So whenever I'm choosing another, for example, this time I'll choose this city one. Automatically it's showing me this record now, city record. I'll choose another record. Based on the selected value, it is displaying us here. So that is item properties always required whenever we are using an edit mode or display mode. If I, for example, Even though if I haven't given, like I'll remove this one. I'll go back to here. I'll select a new button we have created, right? New record one. I have selected new form. For this one, if I select, see still all these details of fields are displaying, because for new time that item property it won't expect us to give. Even though if it is empty, still the form will display. But whereas for if I go here and if I edit the record in an edit mode, then it will show like that, because we are not giving any value in item property. So that's why item property is required. Okay. And another one is like on failure, on a reset, on success we have, right? Why it is required. On success of means whenever like the data is successfully saved in the backend, okay, submit form is successful, at that time this will trigger. Like for example, whenever if the form is successful, I want to notify user that data saved successfully, I want to show. Okay, I'll enter new record, demo record. I'll okay, some fields I'm entering and I'll save. Okay, after successful of this data save successfully pop up we have received, right? To show, like if you want to perform any specific action on success of the data, then we can use that on success property. It will be there for, yeah. Next, that is for on success. And on failure of the form, like whenever the while saving the data, previously we had some error, like on when the file is opened we got one error, and at that time the form got successful, form saving got failed, right? At that time if we want to do some actions, we want to you notify user that the form was unable to save it, unable to save the data, that error I want to see. Okay, then in that scenario, I'll go back again. I'll click on here. I won't give this product name so that we'll get an error, right? See, unable to save the data error. I'll get now. That is for on failure property. Okay. On reset, like whenever we are resetting this form, previously I have written a reset form function, right? At that time we want to perform any action, then in that scenario we can use this reset property. Okay, this is like a least thing which we will use, but yeah, but we have that option as well. Mostly on failure, on success, these are the main important things, one like item. Okay, that is for this thing. Okay, and any doubts until now? Hello?
No.
No doubts? Yeah.
Whenever we on failure, can we set the can we show the errors also where we got the error or anything else? I just want to other than notify which type of functions we have for performing.
Other than notify we have another functions, okay, so for example, which error we have displaying already, we are displaying it here, right? Name is required. So if even for example data source error you want to do, 1 minute thing. You want to display on failure of this one, you want to display one navigate to some user or send an email you want to do, that thing also we can do. Further sending an email we need to add another data connections, so that is again going to an advance. So yeah, let me send an email. I'll add this connection, Office 365 Outlook connection, to show you. Based on our requirement, we need to do. On failure of this one, we need to open one pop-up. We can do that one. Anything, whatever the action which we want to perform, we can do that one. Okay. For example, after on failure, I want to send an email. Outlook. Send an email to 2-person name, email ID we should give. I'll give my name, email. Soft.com. Next, we need to give subject of the error message. I'll keep subject as that one, and body. And what is if we are attaching anything, any attachments, anything we can give. Yeah, as of now, we won't give anything. Just simply I'll close this one. I will send an email. On failure of this one, automatically that action will trigger and I'll receive an email. Okay. Okay, I have received the email. So whatever the functionality which we want, we can achieve it. And another thing we have like form we have, right? So for form, the submit form function is there, right? This submit form, whether it is in error edit mode or else in like if it is in edit mode, it is automatically updating that in a specific record, right? Automatically this submit function will do. We no need to write with not need to mention if it is like an do update the record, create it as a new record, or we don't need to mention. Based on the form mode, it will check and it will do all the operations by default. Okay, and these submit form will work only with the form function. If we are, for example, previously we have designed a form ourselves, like adding controls and everything we have designed, right? Instead of using form control, at that time, even if you use the submit form, won't work. Okay, that is for this one. And these submit like on success and on failure properties are coming, right? That one also only get triggers only if we use submit form. There are other methods which we have. We can patch the data in the backend, that I'll cover it in Excel. Like we have so many things, like I have used data table, right? What is this? And we have so many galleries, and what is the difference between those two? That I'll explain, I'll cover in next class. Already it's late. Yeah. Any doubts until now?
Yes, ma'am. One question from my
Hmm.
side. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, Excel is better or SharePoint we can use? Which
Yeah,
is the
Excel,
preference
no, no, no.
for
Excel just now for our development purpose I have taken, but
okay.
mostly our data source going not going to be there as a Excel. SharePoint, data was table. These are the things which will just now like for your understanding, I have taken data source as Excel.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, got it. And one more question.
Mm,
As you said that we can, the particular line item, we can show it into that
mm.
form and we can edit it, right? The same way we do it in the gallery view while
Yeah,
just
yeah,
giving a
gallery view also we can take it. That is like a, this is data table. We have gallery, we have another control. What is the difference
right.
between those two? There is a difference between those two. Like in data table, if we selected, we have chosen our data source, right? And
Yeah,
here we have fields. Whatever the fields which we want, we can select it. For example, I don't want to display in this name here, I can remove it. Oh, that if I want to add an another field, family code or line code, again name, anything, whatever we have, we can select it. But if we want to add any other than apart from these fields, if I want to add any controls here, for example, if I want to add an edit icon here, I can't here. Even if I select, it will add outside of that data box, but not inside of this table. I can't do that one. Whereas in
Yeah.
gallery, we can achieve it that one. Like whatever we can customize the table however we want. But whereas here, whatever the schema which have given, or we can use that thing only. We cannot add another extra controls here. We can add only the columns here.
You mean
But
to say that, yeah, you mean to say that whatever the Excel content is there, that would be displayed over here as it is, right?
yeah, that's it. Whereas if I select, for example, I'll
Yes, I
select
got it,
this
ma'am.
as a gallery.
Mhm.
Gallery also there are so many. Yeah, it's again a big topic. I'll
Yeah,
explain clearly in next session. But yeah,
yeah, right. I got it, ma'am. What you were trying to say, I got it.
yeah. Whereas here, see, for example, I'll select the table.
Just had that confusion. I got that answered from your side.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Anything else?
For if we want to connect data table, so it has to be through OneDrive only. It cannot be directly through Excel.
Okay. For this one, we have uploaded in Excel, right? Like for example, even if you have an Excel option, then you can choose that Excel online now as well.
Okay, so that is not activated in.
Yeah, whatever the way which we want, like currently in Excel I don't have like a in Excel OneDrive for business, here it is, right? OneDrive, I'll choose whatever we have, Power Apps demo files, I'll select products, same thing, I can choose
So for that, the Excel should be like Excel. I mean, Outlook 365 should be the whole environment, or
out
uh,
Outlook 365. What is like,
I
can you
mean the
repeat?
Excel. Which Excel it should be like, or any. I mean Excel to 2016, 2013. That will also work with this, or
No, only the Excel which we have in this Office 365, Microsoft 365 we have, right? If you have stored any Excel files here, then only it will display there, otherwise it won't.
okay.
It is a cloud office. Like if you have a now
Mm.
Excel in your desktop, that won't, we can't connect it here. It should be
Okay, okay.
cloud. Okay. That is how it will be there. As of now, I have taken Excel as like a, whatever the file which I have created. Now in a session, I'll create like a SharePoint site, how we can correct in SharePoint, like how we can create a table, a list in that SharePoint. That thing we can cover it. Okay. There are so many things. First you need to understand what is the purpose of this update properties, then only you can understand the advanced concepts,
Yes,
writing
ma'am.
functions and everything. These
Yeah,
are the basics which are very important, that is update property, default properties. When we need to use that one is the important thing, then only you can achieve like an even complex functionality also. You can, if you understand those things, you can underwrite it by thinking, okay, in this scenario I can use this default function or else update function.
yeah,
Okay.
ma'am. Last question from my end.
Mm, mm.
Just wanted to know what challenges we would be facing while using this form function. The major challenge that we have to take in the note while creating this form function by using form function.
Okay, form function, if we taken, for example, as I have told you, in this, whatever the fields, it will, okay, challenges means, for example, yeah, it is stuck, like it's like automatically single line of text is there, right? To change it to these things, we need to again write a, customize this one. And challenges we'll face, let me think, what are the challenges I'll get? Hmm.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. For example, what is the, for example, required column is there, right? What is the exact error previously you have added a question, what is the exact error which we want to know, that one we can notify the user here. That thing form won't give us an exact error, it will display it in here like a network patch error, that error it will give, but is like an it won't give an exact error to us. That is one
Okay.
challenging we have.
Hmm.
Directly we
Yes.
need to do the error handling, it won't do error handling automatically, we need to write the error handling and everything. For example, even for error also, if I want to change some customizations or anything, if I don't want to do any formulas, in that scenario errors we need to customize automatically. There are some customization which they haven't given. For example, in this thing user needs to enter 14 character 10 characters itself. Then we two, if it is entered more than 10 characters, if you want to throw in any specific error, then in that scenario we need to do all this logic here, we need to write those kind of things which we need to do. We have. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Any other questions?
What is data card? As data card is for all fields, all text.
Yeah, like a data card is that whenever like in the form, in that specific card, what are the controls which are for that specific field we have will be stored in that data card. For example, product name is there, right? This set, entire set is a data card. In the data card, like a heading, control, error message we are getting, and that star. Along with that, if we want to add anything in this data card itself, for example, I want to add a label here, which I want to display any message I want to display. Enter name, complete product name, some kind of message I want to display. This entire section is for this entire data card specific field itself. See, it will get added in this data card. This is the entire section. For example, if I change this to something else, yeah, if I select border, you will get understand. This entire thing is there, right? This is entire thing is in data card. This data card will be part of only form. In other scenarios, you won't be able to see this data card. Even if you want to add data card, we won't get an option here as well. See, it will be a part of data form control itself. Got it? It is to just make it as a one set of field. This is a name is one set, part number is an again another set, planner code is an another set. In that set we have an all the controls which are required for that planner code. Got it?
So if we are creating one new screen and just we directly use the text box or some grid, so
Hmm.
it cannot holding the data cards. Just the
No, no,
under
no,
the form.
it won't. So
Okay.
in the another screen we have like a data card that is for scrollable screen we have. If we go to scrollable screen, in the scrollable screen we will be seeing that again a data card section. If we go here, see, this data card is there. If I want to add only in these two sessions only we will be able to see that data card. Otherwise we won't be.
Form and a scrollable screen.
uh,
Under the forms and under the
no. Under the form we have an data cards, and another where we will see is in scrollable screen.
scrollable.
If we add the scrollable screen, and that also we will be able to see that one data card. Even if I want another, I can click uh, add section. If I click that, automatically another data card is going to be added. Scrollable screen, like new screen. If I search scrollable is there, right? That screen is going to be added. So screen 4 got added now. In these specific two sessions, two controls only, we will be able to see the data card.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. For the data card, only the important ones are like an required, maximum we will use. Required, update you should be definitely not required, and default. These are the main important ones. Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
Yes, ma'am. Uh, for a particular screen, if we have
Mm.
a huge number of data to show in a particular screen only,
Mm.
that's the screen one. So can we increase the size of the screen? Is it possible?
If you want to display in the screen itself, like a
Yes.
screen width is according to our screen. But if I want to, here, I'm seeing, I'm able to see all the screen. But for the data card, we are having a scroll bar.
Not for the data card. I'm talking about a particular screen. I'm talking about only the content that we want to show into that screen is
Hmm.
more than what is this
Okay. In that
screen for
scenario, we need to take a scrollable screen.
scrollable screen. Okay.
Yeah, scrollable. See, even if I have added like an here, I think so. I have added most of the, yeah, I have added so many controls here. Even if I want, I'll add another section. There is so much thing to I need to display in that.
Okay.
If I go here, see, now we have a scroll under for this specific screen now.
Okay. So this is the alternate way we can do that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Got it,
I-
ma'am.
If we take scrollable screen, we can achieve that one.
Okay. But it is not possible to increase the size of the page, right?
Even if you take the size of the page, we can, for example, in advanced properties,
Because most of the
height.
people see that we don't want to scroll anything. Just once we open that page, all the details should be displayed into that. Some of the requests also come like that way. In that way
Yeah,
also.
basically, so okay. In that scenario, what will
Hmm.
happen? Even if I take the increase the height of that screen, my
Right.
screen height is the specific screen height only, right?
Yeah.
So even if I increase, how it will be going to be display, that won't, like at the end, even if you open the form in your screen, for example, I'm opening this thing. Yeah, I've opened this thing. See, even my screen is this much only. I have a screen space. If
Yeah.
I open the same in another mobile, I won't be able to see all these four. I may be able to see only two records.
Right.
Based on my screen height, it's going to display, right? So
Mm-hmm.
even if I increase the height of the, like if we have an height, maximum app height it will take. Whatever the app height we have, that one is say. Even if I keep it as like an 800 or 1000, it won't. It will be a useless if you don't have a scroll bar. How can user will see that? It will be hidden under that screen, right?
So the better way is to go with the screen
Scrollable
only, right?
screen, yeah.
Scrollable screen. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even in mobiles also, if we open any forms, we need to scroll to see the data according to, like if we have a tab, we can see more data. If we have a small mobile, we can see only few records in that screen. To
Right.
to see remaining controls, whatever we have, we need to scroll.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how it will be there. If
Yeah.
you don't have a scroll option, anyway you are displaying, it will be hidden. Like how can user access in that
Right. So
scenario?
then that will be not properly visible to
Yeah,
the user. So
exactly.
okay. So that scrollable only we have to go with that in
Yes,
in this case.
yes, exactly.
Okay, got it. And how many sessions would you be taking more?
It's going to be an where we have completed only three sessions, right, Leah? As I've told you, it is going to be an 30 to 45 days of session based on our
Okay.
requirement.
Mm.
There are
So
so many things which we need to discuss. Like,
right, right,
still, we
mm.
have only discussed only three controls, but see how
Right,
many
right.
things are there
Yeah. Because
now.
I am because I am also working into Power Platform using Power Apps and Power Automate combination. So I
Mm,
also need to be up to date. So that's why I also joined to get
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Mm. Mm. So
Okay.
do we have the previous recordings?
Previous recordings, I'm not sure. Ankush, can you answer that one? Do we have? I think
If
no.
it's there, can you drop it in the link or something in the group, WhatsApp group? If
Ankush
it's
is not
possible.
on the meeting right now, so we will share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
There are still so how to write an fx functions, like simply I have written some functions which you haven't understood as well.
Right.
For some
Yeah,
of
I
the, if you
got
are
it.
new to Power Platform, that how we can write an Power FX functions and everything when we need to use that one. Yeah, let's cover in next sessions.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. This session is to only understand what are the properties each for. Okay,
Right.
what is the properties we have for form and remaining text input those fields.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else?
There is two type of things, I think. Power FX and DAX functionality is different in Power FX.
DAX is for Power BI, not here.
DAX
In
is for
these
Power.
Power Apps, we'll use only Power FX functions. Like how we have written the formulas, navigate and everything. That's how it's going to be a Power FX functions.
Okay.
If you know when you need to use that one, we can easily write. Okay. Is there anything else? That's it?
So there is a functionality as we are writing some functions and codes on click actions
Yeah, yeah.
in a
That
Python.
is for Power
So,
FX functions.
other than predefined own functions can be created in that also. There is something for solid architecture, I think. I just read somewhere in YouTube.
Solid architecture. What is that one? Even I'm not sure about that solid
No,
architecture.
I was not heard about this. It is not
Yeah,
not relevant to the Power Apps. I
yeah.
think so.
I'm not sure about that. Yeah, only with the Power FX only. Right? As I have told in previous session, if we are not able to achieve anything using our Power App, we need to go for PCF components. Other than that is like an advanced thing where we can achieve that using a JavaScript or that those things.
Okay.
But not like an arc that I haven't solid architect. I'm not sure about the, even I haven't heard. In my 5 years, I have been working on Power Platform 5 years, but I haven't heard that one.
I just read somewhere. I have to go what's it's correctly. No
Those
issues.
are basically
Yeah,
solid
I,
principles. Those are used in like software development.
yes, yes, it's in software
So,
development. It's in some
so I
architecture.
don't.
I just read out.
So I
Cannot
don't
remember
think that.
correctly.
I mean, here it will be.
yeah. We are not
uh,
using that one Power solid architect. I'm not sure. Like even I am hearing it the first time. Okay. Is there anything else? That's it. Any doubts more?
As of now, no doubts. We are very pretty much clear with what you have explained today.
Yeah. Okay. Okay then.
Mm. Yeah, and ma'am, can we connect on LinkedIn also?
Yeah. If you want, yeah, we can.
Yeah. Can you please drop to your LinkedIn ID or in the group or anywhere which is convenient?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if you
Sure.
can drop it in the group, anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I'll drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is the actual timing of this classes going to be?
Actually, as we are connecting on the weekends, every week it should be we should cover at least 4 to 5 hours. We should cover classes. Then only we can complete early. But we are not connecting on the weekdays, right? If we are connecting on the weekends, every day it's going to be a 2 hours session.
Right. So the same timing as today it was because I have joined the first day. First day
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
for me.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Then it's going to be a same thing.
Okay, got it. Then it's fine for me also.
Yeah.
No issues.
Yeah. If like you guys want a class on the weekends or else weekdays.
Anything is
I,
possible.
I mean, if it is like 30 to 45 days of class, then I think we should have it on weekdays as well. Like maybe only for an hour or so, because then like we can cover it in a faster way. Otherwise, 30 days of like 45 days of class, if we only have on weekends, it will take
Mm,
around like 3-4 months at least to
Yeah,
complete the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
course, right?
yeah, right.
So we can
Which-
have like maybe 3 days in the weekdays and maybe one class on the weekend, like that.
Yeah, something like that we can plan so that we can cover all the topics very easily.
Yeah,
Hmm.
okay. At what time you guys going to be comfort?
After 8,
Mm.
I'm fine with 8. If others are also
Eight
okay,
is also 8 is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, after 8. Okay.
or 8, yeah, after 8, because we have the office timing till 6:30, and then pending works also go on sometime delay. So that's
Oh,
all.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. 6, okay. 8 to 9. Yeah, we can plan that one. 8 to 9. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the weekends, you want only one class.
1 or 2, yeah, both if it's possible, both. Otherwise, one day, whatever is fine with everyone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And you also have that weekend time, so we don't want to give that much also time. One day we can give a rest, Sunday if you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Practice
Got it.
everything, whatever we have studied till the day in that week.
Yes, yes, got it. Okay, next, tomorrow let's have a class at Sunday as it is, but from the next week onwards, we'll cover it on like a weekdays and a Saturday.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay then. Okay,
Mm.
I'll discuss it with Ankush. He is going to be schedule meetings and everything. Yeah, I'll discuss it with Ankush then.
Right, right.
Okay.
Okay then. Yeah. Bye.
So thanks.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, so much
Yeah.
for your time.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.